All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Good evening to everyone streaming in from around South Africa, wherever you may be. Introduce yourself. Carol is on our live chat this evening, so I'm sure she'd love to know where you are, how many people you have with you. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you. So it's a fairly short and sharp presentation. We call it our intro presentation, but it's very much an invitation. It is a business proposition. And so I'm hoping that in the next 35 minutes, I can give you enough information that you are able to make a decision, an informed decision by the end of this presentation. If you have any questions, reserve those until once we are done. And I'm sure you are being hosted by somebody. So once we're finished, go speak to that person if you have any concerns or questions. I will be around. Carol is on the live chat, so you're free to ask questions afterwards anyway. All right, so let's begin. So you are at our head office, and you are streaming into our head office if you are on the live stream. We are a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So we are a registered insurance company. We have been in operation in South Africa since 1952. So we are nearly 70-year-old business. We are a very well-established business. But DuePoint as a division is fairly new. We were formed 3.5 years ago. So in February 2016, we launched DuePoint when a number of aspirations came together for the founders of this business. So we're going to go through these because this will give you context to the relevance of our business, which is very important because, as I said, this is a business proposition. I'm inviting you to become partners in this business. And so I want you to understand the vision of this business. So number one, we wanted to create a business that created social impact. Right? So you might be wondering, well, what is social impact? We wanted to make a difference in the people's lives that decided to partner with us in this business. From an economic point of view, right? Because you're here for only one reason. There's only one reason you're here and watching this live stream. What is that one reason? Don't be shy. Exactly, right? You can be blunt. It's about money, right? And that's the impact that we want to serve, is financial impact with the people that decide to partner with us. And so what we decided to do with this business was open our business up to community, because that's the people that we want to impact. We want to be part of the solution in this country, right? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. We don't want to be part of the problem. And so what we've done is we've created a business centered around social entrepreneurship, and that is really the community in this business, and the mandate. So our responsibility, if we decide to partner in this business, is to help DuePoint grow, to make it a greater business that can have greater social impact so we can reach every single corner in South Africa. And how do you do that? All you do is you go tell people about DuePoint. That's all you have to do. Exactly the same way you were introduced to this business, we hope that you will go out and spread that good news. Not to convince people, not to try to get people to join, just to expose them to this business, to tell them that there is opportunity in South Africa. They just have to come sit down for 35 minutes and hear for themselves and make their own decision. And if you can do that, and if you can get people to join DuePoint, then you get to create your own stake in this business. You become a true stakeholder in this business. And that means that you get to share in the benefit of business, right? And so let's go through those benefits. Number one, you get to create additional income for yourself. That goes without saying. That's why we're here. But the nature of the income is very important to discern because it separates us from many other businesses. And I'm sure you've looked at and maybe been part of other businesses, right? And I'm sure in future you will be exposed to many other business opportunities. And so you have to become discerning in what is a good business opportunity and what's not such a good business opportunity. Well, at DuePoint, you get to share in the recurring income that we as an insurance company generate every single month. Our business is not sales-based, it's not commission-based, it's not activity-based. Your employment is very much activity-based. And many other businesses are activity-based. I ran an ad agency for about 15 years, the best years of my life, and there was no recurring income that we produced there, no annuity income. And my father even warned me when I was a young man. He said to me, get involved in business that pays you while you're sleeping. I didn't know what he was talking about. He was talking about recurring income. He was talking about the ability to free yourself of the time constraint to produce income. If you don't go to work, are you going to get paid? No, right? Because your contract says, your employment contract says, you get in at this time, you get a tea break, you get a lunch break, you can go home at this time. You get maternity leave. If you're lucky, you get paternity leave. You get sick leave. And that's it, right? It's a contract based around time. And if anything threatens that time, it threatens your ability to produce income. It threatens your livelihood. Here at DuePoint, we rid you of that constraint because you become a stakeholder in this business that pays recurring income. We've got wealth engineers. They have the freedom to do nothing next month. Do you think we're going to pay them if they do nothing next month? We are. Because I'm going to say it again. We are not time-based. We're not sales-based. We're not commission-based. We're not activity-based. You get to create true recurring income in this business. And then you have the power of duplication at your hands, at your fingertips. This means you have the freedom to go out and build a team around you that can help you build your channel of distribution, that it can help you connect more people successfully. And if you can do that, if you can bring good people into your business, well, then you can enjoy exponential growth in the stake, this channel of distribution that you have here at DuePoint. And that means your income can grow exponentially, right? Again, something we're not used to in employment. Who's got a raise in their salaries every single year for the last 7, 8 years? Non-existent, right? Here at DuePoint, we've got wealth engineers that increase their income monthly. And you get to enjoy that too. And then our business is very leveraged with technology. We've invested heavily in technology to allow you to do this business, to create channels of distribution much easier and simpler and faster than ever before. You have the freedom to grow your business anywhere in South Africa with very little expense to yourselves. All right, so you get to enjoy that technology that we've afforded you. And then we have a brand new benefit that we're affording all our active wealth engineers here at DuePoint, and that is access to legal support. As a DuePoint wealth engineer, you get completely free legal support 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Why? Because not only are we creating wealth at DuePoint, but we also try to afford you wealth protection. There's no point in sacrificing time and spending time in building this business when you're not protecting the wealth that you build, right? And so through our products and through this free benefit, do we try to allow you to protect the wealth that you've created for yourself here at DuePoint. And then our business is extremely low risk. We've designed this business to have a very low barrier to entry. Why? Because we want to make the business as accessible to as many South Africans as possible. You get to consider doing this business without feeling any fear in your heart. Why? Because you've got nothing to lose. Even if you fail at building a channel of distribution. Even if you're skeptical, you can try this business because, again, there's nothing to lose here at DuePoint. We don't have boxes that you have to buy. We're not going to ask you for a starter kit that you have to purchase, right? Or a registration fee to get started. We want this business to be accessible to everybody. At the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. And then probably most importantly, you get to build an asset you have ownership over. Who's got shares in the businesses they work at? Who gets to enjoy the upside of the businesses they work at? Why do you work 45 years there? We will work 45 years for somebody else. What do we have to show for it when we get to retirement? Go look at the statistics of the amount of people that can afford retirement when they get to 65 years of age. It's a tiny percentage. Less than 5% of South Africans can do that. Yet we will still work 8 hours a day for 45 years for somebody else when the prospects are so dismal. My point is, start building something that you have ownership over. Your channel of distribution that you build here at DuePoint, you've got legal tender over it. It means you can sell it. It will never retrench you. Who can say they'll never get retrenched at their day jobs? You can't. You can't guarantee that for yourself, right? Building a channel of distribution that's treated as an asset that you own means it'll never retire you. DuePoint won't stop paying you when you get to 60 or 65. It's going to carry on paying you. Your boss is going to stop paying you. This business will pay you through your 70s, your 80s, your 90s, your 100s, and even the day you die, that asset doesn't disappear. You get to seed that thing that you've built, that channel of distribution that's paying out income to you every single month. You get to pass that on to your beneficiaries, to your spouse, your husband, your wife, or to your children, or to your grandchildren. The thing you've built in this lifetime gets to survive you. That's called legacy. You get to build legacy in this lifetime. You get to pass on wealth onto the next generation. And so I'm hoping when people look at this business, they go, I can make a long-term commitment to this business because it's worth it. Right? And then finally, we don't have any selling here at DuePoint. You are excluded from the selling process completely. Who arrived here thinking they're going to be asked to sell something? You can all put your hands up because I know everyone arrived thinking, oh, we're going to be asked to sell something. There's no selling. We take care of the selling. Your only job is to connect people to this business opportunity. That's the number one commodity in South Africa at the moment, is opportunity, because there's so little of it. All you have to do is tell people, come look for 35 minutes. That's all you have to do. Then fortunately, the nature of the products that we have here at DuePoint are financial in nature. It means there's no boxes, there's no stock, there's no distribution. We've got IT systems that sit in the cloud, right? Not the clouds, it's called the cloud, that take care of all that distribution automatically. You never have to blink an eyelid with regards to stock and distribution again. Who's been involved in business with boxes of product? You can all put your hands up. I know. You open the boot, there's product. You open the garage, there's product. Half of it's expired, right? You never have to deal with product again. We take care of that side for you. But your success is in your ability to go out and spread the word of this business, to go tell people that this business, this opportunity exists for them, right? And you have to build this thing called a channel of distribution. And so in this example, we're going to show you what channel of distribution looks like. You've gone out and connected 5 people to the business, right? Because if you go tell people, people will join. Statistically, they will join. And those 5 people will go out and start telling other people. And this is the power of duplication. This is where you get to enjoy exponential growth in your income that you produce here at DuePoint. This is the channel of distribution that you're building. This is the asset that you have ownership over, that will never retire you. It will never retrench you. It will pay you even beyond death. This is what I hope you get to focus on building here at DuePoint, by just going out and telling people about this business. How do we pay our wealth engineers every single month? It is what we call a DuePoint return. It's based on a fee of R27.50 for every product in your channel, right? So when you get people to join this business and they become product owners, we pay you almost a royalty of every single product owner in your channel of distribution. And it depends on where that product lies in relation to you. So anyone you connect personally falls on what we call your first point. And on your first point, we pay you double R27.50. So you earn R55 for every product owner on your first point every single month in recurring fashion. You go out this week and connect 10 people, DuePoint's going to be paying you R550 a month. That's R6,000 a year. Those people go out and connect people to your second point. And look at the table. Second point, we pay you R55 again. So if you had 100 people on your first and second point, DuePoint would be paying you R5,500 a month. Right? And when the second pointers go out and connect people, that's your third point. Your fourth point, all the way down to your 8th point. And then you see that multiplier steadily drops from 200% down to 4%. But we don't limit the size of your channel. That's why there's a little plus sign next to the 8. There's no limitation to the size of your channel here at DuePoint, which means there's no limitation to how much money you can earn at DuePoint. We've designed it so that, again, you can find it more easy to make a decision about commitment to this business. Can you commit the 45 years you do to your day job to a business that you're building an asset in? That's the question I'm always going to ask you. Is this business worth it? It's a question you're going to have to answer for yourselves every single morning. Is it worth building a channel? Is it worth building a channel? Knowing that if you do decide to contribute 40, 45 years into this business, DuePoint will never limit how much money you can earn. How big a stake do you want in this business? Think about where DuePoint's going to be in 40 years' time. That's the vision I want you to have. Our business is not about month to month. Our business is about changing people's lives in the long term, about creating wealthy families in South Africa. That's the social impact that we want to serve, right? Does that get done over the long term or short term? Over the long term, always, right? We want to lift your eyes. Stop looking down. I want to lift your eyes up to the horizon to say, this is where we're going, and I'm inviting you to come with us. But still, people still want to know, how much money can I earn next month or this year? Right? You still want to know that. So we built a 5-year journey. Right? The 5-year journey, this example that we've got is someone who's started creating a channel. They've introduced 2 new people onto their first point every single month. That's only 1 person every 2 weeks. If you can follow that very moderate activity, you can expect to earn with some duplication these kind of numbers. After 6 months, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months' work. This is a wonderful example to demonstrate the power of money and the mistake we make as consumers about how we value money. Because if I gave every single one of you 2,500 Rand tonight, how long will it last? You think it's going to last longer than you think. Right? We recently sold a leather couch on Facebook Marketplace. We had an old couch that we didn't use, didn't fit in the house. Put it on Facebook Marketplace for, I think, 3,800 Rand. People came to look at it. They liked it. They said, give me discount. I said, no problem. 3.5. They counted out the cash right there. Put that cash in my wallet. Didn't last a week. Not even a week. When I think about it now, I'm still thinking, where did the money go? Where did that cash go? Right, but the mistake that I'm trying to highlight here is that we think like consumers all the time. We look at money. You can look at 2,500 Rand, and what you're doing is you're giving it its spending value. What can I buy with 2,500 Rand? What can I spend it on? What is it going to afford me? We make the mistake of not realizing that recurring income, because that's what DuePoint produces, money every single month, is that it affords you leverage. Do you know that you can turn 2,500 Rand into nearly 1 million Rand in 11 years? How do you do it? Pay your debt off. You don't realize how much money your debt costs you. Who's indebted here? Don't put your hands up. I know all of us are indebted, right? The day I become completely debt-free, I'm going to have a party. Hopefully the party won't put me into debt. I'm going to have to save some money up on the side. But imagine that day, right? That's one of the things we want to achieve at DuePoint, because our business is about wealth creation. But can you become a wealthy person if you still owe other people money? You can't. You can't. So one of the first stepping stones for us always is to start just thinking about, focusing, attempting to get rid of that debt as quickly as possible. If you put 2,500 Rand into a 1 million Rand bond, right, a 20-year term, prime plus 2, you're paying 11,500 Rand a month, put an extra 2,500 Rand. That's only an extra 20% into that installment. If you do that, you'll pay that bond off not in 20 years, but in 11 and a half years. Do you know how much interest it saves you that you don't have to pay to the bank? Just short of 900,000 Rand. The house is only worth 1 million. Yet a little 20% extra going into that bond saves you nearly the full value of the asset that you financed. Get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. Right? At month 12, you're earning nearly 9,000 Rand a month at DuePoint. We'll go through this quickly. At month 24, you're going to be close to 30,000 Rand a month. 3 years in the business, close to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years in the business, recurring income every single month, you're now close to 70,000 Rand a month. After 5 years, 60 months of doing this business, you're connecting 2 people every single month into this business, you're going to be close to 85,000 Rand a month. That's 1 million Rand a year in annuity income. Who believes they can get 85,000 Rand a month out of a side business? You don't believe it. I'll tell you right now, you don't believe it. You know why you don't believe it? Because the world has told you you don't deserve it. Go to your boss. Go to your boss tomorrow and ask your boss, what is the most I can earn in this business? Your boss will have a number for you. Isn't that depressing? To know that you've been put in this box based on education, based on circumstance, based on experience. That's the most you'll ever earn in the system. Here at DuePoint, I want your imagination to run wild, because we're saying that everybody can do this business and that it's only up to you. How much are you going to commit to this business? How long can you do this business? There's no limit to how much you can earn. That's what I'm telling you. So when I say to you, you can earn 85,000 Rand a month after 5 years, do you believe me? The answer is probably still no, because we don't change our mindsets that quickly, right? But I'll keep pushing you until you believe it. And that's why it's so important for us to introduce people to you that are doing this business. Right? As I always say, the proof is in the pudding. I can't stand here and say, this pudding's really tasty. You want to taste it, right? Or at least show me some people that have tasted it, that also say it's tasty. So here we've got some people that have tasted the pudding here at DuePoint. So here's Michael, born and bred in Johannesburg. He's been in our business for 16 months. The value of his channel sitting at nearly 10,000 Rand a month. Look at his leverage. He connected 63 people, that number at the bottom. The 63 have helped him build a channel of 244 people in his business that allow him to earn nearly 10,000 Rand a month. How much money do you need in a bank account to earn 10,000 Rand of interest? That's a form of annuity income. 10,000 Rand's worth of interest every single month. How much money do you need in a bank account? Nearly 2.5 million Rand. He produced that for himself in 18 months. You show me any business that produces 10,000 Rand a month in recurring income for you. Then we've got Philip. Philip Faree's down in George, or near George, on a farm. He doesn't even see people. He does everything remotely from his computer, over social media, on WhatsApp. He engages with about 100 new people every single day. If you're willing to do that, you can also be nearly at 20,000 Rand after 7 months in the business. 20,000 Rand a month. He's connected 105 people in the space of 7 months. Those 105 have helped him find another 451. This gentleman sitting right here is because of Philip Faree. They don't even live in the same town. They've never even met each other. How do you do that? The technology that DuePoint has afforded you allows you to build this business from anywhere in the country. You can be inside your house and never even leave it, and you can build wealth for yourself in this business. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everybody is different, but the system is identical for everybody. And so you need to decide what you want out of DuePoint. What do you want? 10,000 a month? 1,000 Rand a month? That's the decision you have to make. What do you want? Your boss doesn't ask you that. That's why you're not saying anything. No one's ever asked me what I want. I'm telling you now, you get to choose what you want. Because this system is free for everybody. You just got to decide how much time you're going to commit to this business and whether you believe that it can change your circumstance for you or not. On top of that, we've got a rewards program. Very exciting because today I've been working on our Rank 9 video, so I'll get to that shortly. So what's the rewards program? It's additional benefit. Over and above the money that we pay our wealth engineers every single month, there are additional rewards. When your channel gets to certain milestones, we call them ranks, and those ranks are made up of these rewards. Most of them are cash checks, so additional cash checks, but some of them have got these special tools and benefits. So at rank 5, we give you a business toolkit made up of our DuePoint merchandise. You're free to buy this merchandise from day one. I hope you will. At rank 7, we spend 17,000 Rand getting you business cards manufactured. Those are what the business cards look like. No one has 17,000 Rand business cards in the country. No one. Who's going to spend 17,000 Rand on one set of business cards? When you're at rank 7, you'll have these business cards. Why are they so important? Because when you go sit down with someone to tell them about DuePoint, they've already seen 5 other businesses. How do you separate yourself from all those other businesses in South Africa? How do you show someone the moment you meet them that your business, that DuePoint, is head and shoulders above every other opportunity in the country? 17,000 Rand business cards help you do that. The moment you put them down. And then at rank 9, we invite you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. We only fly business class at DuePoint. We take you to a 5-star luxury resort for 7 days. It's an all expenses paid week where you don't spend a cent and you get to experience what it feels like to live like a millionaire. And I don't mean Rand millionaire. Rand millionaire is not very valuable today. I'm talking about a millionaire, maybe in dollar terms, where you get to enjoy what it feels like to stay in a room that costs 25,000 Rand per night with your family. Because that's where DuePoint wants to take you. DuePoint wants to get you to that wealthy status where you can afford this trip anytime you want to, not once a week. So take a look. I want you to have a good idea of what our Rank 9 conference looks like. And I always invite everyone to take their shoes off so you can feel the sand between your toes. You don't want to take your shoes off? How does that look? Not too convinced. So it's, as I was saying, today I was working on the video for our new resort that we're all going to in December. This happens every single year. Once you become rank 9, you will enjoy this trip every single year for the rest of your life. Think about that for a second. Again, can you make a long-term commitment to this business? That's what I want out of you. Right? 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 and we buy you a brand new car. We pay for that car cash at the dealership and it gets placed in your name. No DuePoint stickers. You're not a DuePoint billboard. This is your car. You get to drive it off our parking lot with a little bit of fanfare and celebration, and you get to park that car in your garage that night knowing that there's no debit order at the end of the month. We are at rank 11, right? I've shown you the first 11 ranks here at DuePoint. The program goes up to rank 28. 28. We've mapped out the first 25 years of typically that wealth engineer journey for people who are engaged and committed to this process. Again, is this a short-term business, or do you think this is a long-term business? It's a long-term. It's long-term. Wealth is built in the long term, not in the short term. And so we've built products around everything I've been speaking about creating wealth, about protecting wealth, about lifestyle, about becoming debt-free as quickly as possible. Our products speak to all of that. They are not arbitrary products. We've designed the products to be accessible to everybody without discrimination. You try getting an insurance product, they want to know your blood sugar, they want to know how many times you saw the doctor. They want to know your age. We don't do that here at DuePoint. We've designed the products to be accessible to everybody without that discrimination. Access Wealth is our first product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand a month. It is an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. 100 Rand gets contributed into a tax-free investment fund in your name, right? So you start creating this investment for yourself. That's tax-free. It's probably the only tax-free thing in the country. And then the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Anyone of the age of 18 can take out this product. And again, the premium doesn't change depending on how old you are and what your health status is. It's the same for everybody. Then Wealth Guard, exactly the same. This is insurance only, 249 Rand a month only, personal accident death cover to the value of 1 million Rand. Right? We don't do medicals. We're not going to ask you your blood sugar when you put in a claim. The product is designed to be without discrimination. Then we've got Family Wealth, which is our funeral cover product. This is probably the best funeral cover product in the country at the moment. For 299 Rand, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, and that includes another 5 family members. You as the principal member, we also give you 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection, so we will cover up to 10,000 Rand of any debt that you might have upon your death. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand, as well as up to 10 family members, and there you see, no excluded pre-existing conditions. Anyone can get in this product over the age of 18. You do, however, have to get in on this product before the age of 70. But once you're covered by Family Wealth, you can live beyond 70, we will still cover you. You can live to 150, you'll still be covered by Family Wealth. We call it whole of life cover. Then we have Legal Guard. So this is a brand new product that we launched over the weekend. So I would urge you to go watch the development seminar that we did on Saturday around this product, as well as our legal access benefit, which you get for free, by the way. Legal Guard, however, will cost you 249 Rand a month. You get 250,000 Rands worth of legal indemnity with this product that covers a host of legal expenses. You get 24 hours a day, 365 days a year legal support, so telephonic legal support. It's all managed through our app. Wonderful new product. And again, it's designed with wealth protection in mind. Because if you get yourself into any trouble, I'm married to a lawyer. I know what lawyers can cost. Right? You don't want those expenses, right? Those surprise expenses. And so Legal Guard is designed with that in mind, to protect you from those kind of instances in life, right? That can wipe out wealth very quickly. And then finally, we've got a product called Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. So if you become a Wealth Points member, you get to share in the discounts and the services that we've negotiated with a list of businesses there. Look at the list of businesses. I bet you spend money with at least 2 of them. If you're part of Wealth Points, you get to enjoy the discounts and the services we've negotiated with those businesses. Why? Because we hope that you will lower your monthly expenditure. If you can lower how much money you're spending every single month, you can get rid of your debt faster. You can become wealthier sooner. You can be less stressed about inflation. Right? So this is the aim of Wealth Points. We have got training that we've done on each one of these products. So go look at the training, because it'll give you a greater sense of appreciation for the products that your partner, this business you've decided to partner with, it'll allow you to understand the products better and to understand the true value of the products that we have innovated for all South Africans. And then for those people that need money now, should I ask everyone who needs money now? My shy audience. There's only one person in the back going, I need it now. I should give you some money just for putting your hand up. We all need money now, don't we? Right? Is wealth built short-term or long-term? Long-term. But we do have a quest. We do have an incentive that allows you to make money fast here at DuePoint. You don't have to wait for your channel to build. Right? Don't have to wait 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month. You can earn big money very quickly, but you have to put in the effort. If you can connect 10 people to DuePoint successfully, who all pay for their product successfully in the same month, we will give you an extra 5,000 Rand on top of your return and your rewards. If you do 20 people, we'll give you 10,000 Rand. If you do 30 people, we'll give you an extra 15,000. Right? So if you, in your first month at DuePoint, go connect 30 people, 1 person a day into DuePoint, all pay successfully in the same month, you'll be earning at least 16,500 Rand in your first month. That can be your first month at DuePoint. You can do this Achiever Quest every single month going forward, while you build your channel, while you're still getting paid a DuePoint return every single month, right? So massive benefit in this. If you can do 30 a month for 12 months in a row, DuePoint will make you a millionaire. Think about that for a second. A little bit of background on our business. I told you earlier when the presentation started that we are a division of a company called, an insurance company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is just up the road here on William Nicol. Like I said, we're nearly 70 years old. We've been in business for a very long time. We are a very well-established insurance company. We are registered with, we are registered on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. I'm telling you this because if there's any skepticism that you have, you need to get rid of it. If you want to take advantage of the DuePoint system, if you want to get involved, if you want to become partners in this business, you can no longer have skepticism. But I can't tell you to get rid of the skepticism. I'm telling you, go educate yourself. You get rid of skepticism through knowledge, right? Go look up everything there is about DuePoint. Go to the Constantia website and look at our 70-year track record and look at it and go, should there be anything I'm worried about? Go look at Conduit Capital. Know that we are audited publicly as a public company every single year. We've got a host of financial licenses. Our insurance license is that FSP number that you see over there. You can go onto the FSCA website, go look up our financial licenses, right? Type in Constantia. You will see all the long, short-term investment licenses that we have. They're all printed out for you in the foyer above the water cooler. Go take a photo if you need to. Get rid of that skepticism, right? Because that's the biggest task you're going to have, is to get people to trust you. And they're going to trust you when they look in your eyes to see whether you believe in the business that you're a proponent of or not. Yes? You can tell whether someone's 100% in or whether they're just taking a chance or not, right? Get rid of all that skepticism. And so what is the decision? The decision is not whether you want to join this business or not. I'm not talking to the people that have gone through this and gone, no, I don't know. I'm talking to the people that are looking at this business right now and saying, I want to get involved in this business. The decision I'm asking you to make is, how do you fit our business, your business, into your life? Who are you going to tell tonight about DuePoint? How are you going to do that? How are you going to tell people tomorrow about DuePoint? That's the decision I want you to make. That is the intentional decision you have to make. How do you start doing DuePoint? Getting started, very straightforward. Register as a wealth engineer. So the person that's invited you, who's hosting you, can help you register as a wealth engineer. You can do it on our website or on our mobile app. It's going to take you 5 minutes. Download the mobile app, the DuePoint app for yourself, because you need that on your smartphone to do business. Go watch our training videos. I saw today someone standing on the street corner here in Sandton. Qualified engineer looking for a job. How undignifying is that? You've studied for 5 years and you still got to stand on a street corner with an engineering degree. I'm not asking you to do a 5-year degree. 30 days, you can go watch our training videos. You'll become an expert at DuePoint. And I'll guarantee that you'll start making money. There are no wealth engineers standing on the street corner asking for a job. You can make money for yourself. You can build your channel yourself. This business gives you your dignity back. Right? Because the system is failing us. That's the only reason why you're here tonight. Why are you here tonight? For fun? Our free tea and coffee is that good. It's not, right? It's because of the risk. It's because of all that risk out there. Your jobs, the job market is not doing what it should be doing. It's failing us. That's why you're here. You think, oh, I want to be here. I'd rather be at home with my 2 small kids, putting them to bed. We are here out of necessity. We are here because we don't have a choice. It's as simple as this. These 4 steps will get you started. What is the last step? The last step is go connect 3 people to start earning. The moment you have 3 people that pay successfully for their products in 1 month, we will start paying you. You want to become a true believer in this business? You will be when DuePoint pays money into your bank account. When you get an SMS from the bank saying your account has been credited by DuePoint. That's when you believe. That's when you go, Okay, I can do 3 people, I can do 3,000 people. Right? Think long term. Think long term. Where will you be in 40 years' time with this business? Because I'm telling you now, when we started this business, we designed this business to become the greatest business opportunity in Africa. Are you coming with us? Or are you going to go look for something maybe easier? That's the decision I want you to make. It's a big decision, right? I'm asking you for commitment in this business. I need you in this business. You need us. We need you to be successful. It's true partnership here at DuePoint. Cape Town Encounter, wonderful opportunity to build your channels in the Western Cape. All you have to do is phone people and invite them to our Cape Town Encounter. It's as simple as that. It's like a 3-hour business seminar. We will build belief. We will build builders for you in the Western Cape so that you can start earning money out of the Western Cape because you're building a channel in another province. You need to have a channel in every province in the country, every corner of the country, right? We do it by taking advantage of encounters like this because it costs you nothing. Nothing. Just register them online. Reminder to our rank 4s and above, we've got our Converge Awards evening at the beginning of February next year. Make sure that you've got your tickets. Make sure that you've nominated your guests so that we can send them invitations. And if you are not rank 4 yet, you've got 3-4 months to get to rank 4 so that you can be part of this auspicious evening. It is very exclusive, right? It's like under 100 people. Awesome evening. So if you start today, you've got a goal to get to rank 4 before the end of January. All right. And then just a reminder, we're on all these social media platforms where we get to engage with you, right? You need to become part of the DuePoint community. You need to come to DuePoint every single day, not at head office, just through all these online platforms. We get to speak to you through all these platforms. Download the app available for Apple and Android devices. And then on our website, we've got a merchandise store so that you can invest in your business, in yourself. Get business cards, get a notepad, get a pen, so that when you sit down in front of someone, they don't think you are amateur. They see you as a professional, someone who takes their business seriously, right? Get the merchandise, please. And with that, I thank you for your time. What's the time? Okay, I spoke a bit too much. 40 minutes. But I thank you for your time. I thank you for coming out to head office, for tuning into the live stream. And my sincere wish for all of you, whether you decide to join this business or not, is that you can find prosperity for yourselves this year. Who's waiting for next year before they have a good year? Who's written off 2019? I'm going to see it on your Facebook, so you can tell me now. You're going to moan about 2019 and say 2020 is going to be my year. But I want you in this business to have the best December you've ever had. Who would like to have the best December ever? Ever. Stress-free January, where you're not looking at your phone waiting for your salary to come in January. Stress-free February. That's what I'm inviting you to join. You're joining a business that has got wealth in mind for you. We're here to support you, to help you along the way. That's what I invite you to come join. So I thank you for your time again. Go speak to the person hosting you. You're very welcome to come chat to me. And I wish prosperous rest of the year for all of you. Thank you.